Hey everybody, Shannon here. I just wanted to say hi to all of my wonderful, beautiful people who are following me on my journey to peace and taking this journey to peace with me. I wanted to take today to just kind of keep it real and reflect on some things that sort of felt bubbling up in my own life and decided to take a step away to really evaluate and get back to neutral, because I just think that it's life, it's life's experience to have new things pop up and be excited about things, and yet there's still that stress lingering, and that can be kind of confusing. And so I wanted to sort of share my experience with you about what I've been going through for the last maybe few weeks, and what I decided to do to try and reset, and then what we're gonna do together to like sort of format maybe like a week long journey of how to reset, reground, get your energy back, and get rid of any negative energy or energy that it does is not yours. So let's just jump right into it. So just recently, just as early as about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I bought a new house, which was very exciting. I love our new house. We were in a very tiny little apartment where, you know, it just we were quite literally just on top of each other. We were sharing an office, and with that comes a lot of stress as well. And so we're very proud of our house, and we're really excited to really get to know our new neighbors and like all that fun stuff. But with that also had come tons of sort of this responsibility all of a sudden, like, oh my God, we just bought a house and this was our first house we ever bought. And I sort of tried to do everything at once. I didn't take off of work. I tried to work through it while we were moving and getting the house ready, and getting it livable. And so I think that just by experiencing the pressure of this new huge responsibility, it started to put pressure on me. It was definitely self inflicted, I would say. I was sort of asking myself, am I doing enough at work? You sort of go through those thoughts of, I think I'm doing a good job, but am I doing a good job? And you sort of question everything. And all of that is because of this stress that was boiling up, because I was trying to do it all at once. And so the good news is that during those 3 weeks, I, made the house livable. So we're not living around boxes, and we have our setup, and it feels good and cozy and homey. But I never really gave myself a chance to just relax and to just kind of soak it all in. And so with that, the pressure of that, I started to question things at work, and was I doing a good job? And then, my wedding anniversary is today, and that's really exciting. But again, that comes with a lot of pressure. I mean, if we're going to keep it real, wedding anniversaries are really fun and exciting, and you reflect on the last however many years. For me, we've been married for 8 years. It's almost a decade. And but it's just, again, like the pressure of like being a good partner, and what does it even mean to be a good partner, and are we on the same page, and sort of like having these conversations. And it brings up a lot of history, especially if you've been together for a really long time. And so all of this was just kind of starting to boil and boil and boil until this is kind of what my look and my mood was. This was sort of like the vibe that I was feeling, before I decided to take a staycation where I just completely unplugged and just went off the grid. Basically, I turned my phone on do not disturb. I empowered my team, and made sure they were prepared, on different things of how to handle different things, so that they weren't completely lost without me. With work, I told all my family members that, like, if you don't hear from me in a week, I am just taking a staycation. I'm going to be meditating. I'm going to be getting back to neutral, because there's something going on. I could feel it. Something was out of whack. I was sort of absorbing other people's energy, both negative and probably positive, but more negative. And so I just needed a time to reboot. And the answer wasn't necessarily to go somewhere. It was really just to like be in this new home and just to like get to neutral and just to really check in with myself, ground myself, and do tons of exercises and meditation to really understand where I am, what I'm feeling, and just sort of take a moment to take in all the goodness and then exhale and visualize all that negative, those negative feelings and emotions and thoughts that I was having because of the stress of, it's very natural, of work, of trying to do it all, of, being in a partnership for such a long time and buying a new house. Like, I mean, that's a lot of really amazing, fun stuff, but it does come with a lot of stress. And if you don't give yourself the time to check in and say, how much of this is my stress and how much of this is something else, is someone else's stress. And so that's what I'm doing this week. I'm on a staycation, and I wanted to share with you what I've been doing and what I would like to plan out for you all in case you need a chance to just reset and reground and make sure that you are paying attention to the energy that is yours and the thoughts and feelings that are yours, and making sure to get rid of, expel any of the energy that is not yours to bear. So here's the plan. What I plan to do is I'm going to curate these 5 to 7 day journeys that we can take together that are very specific to, we're obviously going to start with maybe I might call it like seize the gray, because there is some grayness in our lives. There's some darkness and there's some light, and there's such beautiful light, and sometimes we forget, or sometimes it's hard to see that light that's burning so brightly within us. And we really need to take some time to reconnect with that light when it's gray, whether it means it's gray outside, whether it means it's gray up here. Either way, it'll be a 5 to 7 journey to seize the gray. And in that journey, we're going to do, we're going to visualize some cozy rainy days and really reconnect with the weather in that way. For any of us who have experience the SADs, like I know I do, on a gloomy day, sometimes it's hard for me to have a good mood. But if maybe we can seize that and find the positives in those gray days, I think that will be helpful. We're going to do sort of like a happy place meditation, like what's your happy place? We'll reconnect to that inner light that's within us and just see it really expanding beyond us and creating this sort of protection that we can lean on and carry with us to any environments or people who may affect our energy in a negative way. And then we'll do things like writing down things that we're grateful for, which is a really great exercise to kind of get back to neutral, get back to ourselves, and really do some meditations where we really check in with what comes up, and then anything that's not ours, letting it go. And so anyway, you can look forward to several of those series. I plan on doing 5 to 7 day challenges and journeys to reaching your full potential, journeying to conquering fears, that's going to be a huge one for me. The journey to get out of the blues, because sometimes we just feel the blues. And I have, a ton of different things that we can do for 5 to 7 days together that will help that. But the first one that I'm thinking that we can do is the Seize the Gray. And that'll be a 5 to 7 day journey. So look out for that very soon. And we'll take it together. And hopefully it will help you reconnect to what's truly inside of you and sort of get rid of anything that no longer serves you and that isn't even yours to bear. So thank you so much for letting me be honest and open and transparent with you. I'm so happy that I have a community to just share, all the good and I wouldn't say bad, but we're human, and I want to definitely make sure that we're always keeping it real, and that I have bad days just like everyone else. I have bad weeks, and the growth happens when we're going through those times of questioning, of getting off path, getting off track. And then, as long as we're recognizing when that's happening and choosing to do something about it that's positive, that's where the growth is happening. And so I appreciate all of you and all of your support. And I love that you're on this journey with me. I will continue to be as open and transparent and honest as possible while I'm going through my journey to peace, so that I can share any and all tips, tricks, things that I'm doing to try to get, always constantly bringing myself back to the path of peace. And so I will see you all very soon on our 5 to 7 day journeys.